What's up, y'all? Today I got another piece of bottom-notch dubstep content for you, and I'm going to be showing how to make this bass one-shot generator out of Fruity Granulizer. I've showed that before. I promise I'm not going to do the Sheen thing and keep showing the same thing in class over and over again. Guys, it's my mega I don't remember what the fuck he was showing. Probably an action figure, but this is the sound. So some pretty cool stuff there. I'm going to go over that super quickly, and then I'm going to move from there into some cooler stuff. Some, hey, I don't like that. What if it sounded like this? Or what if I wanted it to be like this? Or maybe I need it to be completely different. Yeah, or maybe I want it to be a little bit more like, say perhaps this here. Turn one thing on and all of a sudden you got it's a little too chaotic like that. What about right here? Getting some interesting stuff. So that's another little technique I'm going to show. That's a free plugin, so if you're like, I don't have that one, you can. It's free. That's the free version of it. And then also how to make this multi-pass rack that will just make it even cooler. We're basically, you know, just trying to get the most mileage out of this one trick that we can, because this is I think one of the best ways to make basses, and that is get yourself a Fruity Granulizer. Take it, you want to add a full track into it. You could perchance, perhaps, as long as you're sneaky enough, use a virtual riot track. You can use anybody's that you want. Just know that make it sound different, or you're gonna just be doing a flip, and just call it a flip. Don't steal people's music. Go do my tracks. I'm not gonna spaz. If you want to take one of my things, or use the things from what I literally use for this is, where's my melodic stuff, Dariacore instrumentals, the revised set, and what this is just all of my Dariacore tracks without the drums, without the vocals. Take that, pop it in here. First of all, we do not want post effects. I want to show you what the basic sound is. You put that in there, grain spacing. As you can hear, with low grain spacing, it's just a mess of nonsense. Give it some grain spacing. With the randomness turned off, it's going to play the start position. So let me just turn the randomness all the way up. Different slices from your song. My song's in A, so for whatever your song is in, put it into TuneBat. You can actually like find out the BPM of any audio file now on there. This one is in A major, so I tuned it, right click here, tuned it to A, and now when I play an F, it is in the key of F. Even if it's not playing an F, so it might not be exactly an F, but it's at least in the key of F, so it'll work in a song that's in F. That's gonna be it. The next thing we're gonna do here is the old Digitalis. So Digitalis is a really cool plugin. If they paid me, I'd say it's even cooler. I'd say it's the coolest plugin, but they didn't pay me, so go steal it. Just kidding, don't steal it. Go pay for it if you're gonna get it. And what is this one doing here? First of all, if I turn everything else off, as you can see, the little data thing, wherever my black lines are, it's removing frequencies, which just gives me nice, like, interesting, almost like phasery type effects. And then this telecommunications thing, I'm only really using this part, this little module and this module of this. As you can see, when you turn the loss all the way up, it gets rid of everything. Once you turn it low enough, if you've ever listened to Carbine, that's probably how Carbine does that. I'm not guaranteeing that's how he does it, but I can say with a decent amount of certainty. You have the signal strength here, which just decides something. As you can see, when you turn the signal strength up, you kind of get like more resolution. Ah, god damn it. Play, you bitch. So with the signal strength way lower, as you can see, we're getting like big packets. That's probably not the word for it. it feels like there's bigger packets that are more connected, whereas signal strength all the way up, we get, you get little more different little lights. This is not helpful. This is not a helpful thing to say. That's what I did with this, though. I'm gonna turn it back to where it was. It was here, I believe. Now we got a Pro Q3. If you've already seen the short, just skip this part. This is just explaining what I already explained in the short. We have an EQ removing side stereo information from the lows. That just gives me a little bit more usefulness to where I don't have to like EQ the sub that's completely in the left ear out of something. Then a volume shaper, which cuts it into useful little bits, because without it, as you can see, my dispersers that I'm about to show are like kind of pushing. I got low information where the high information is here, so I don't want that. So I volume shape. That out, and now we go into the disperser thing. 8 dispersers, they're identical, so I just tune those to a random spot. That's what they do. Next, 3 compressors. Let's do the compressors one at a time so you get a better sense of what these are actually doing. This limiter is just like a gain normalizer. It's really short release, or relatively short release. As you can see, I have sharp peaks on this. It's distorting the sound a little bit, but I'm okay with that. It's making it a little brighter. That's fine. Now I have an OTC. And because I have such nice, clean sounds without tails, I don't have to do that really long compression. I can do really quick, short compression. Helps it be bright and really like metallic and shiny and cool. Shapeshifter, another aberrant DSP. Same people who made Digitalis. This is a good plugin. I'm not going to talk about it. It's just a single band upwards downwards compressor. So OTT, same thing. This one's just multi-band. This is nice. Go buy this or steal it. I'm not saying don't steal anybody's plugins. It's worth it though. That one's a good plugin. They're all good. V-Clip, don't steal this one. This one, it's like 20 bucks. The company, they can't even afford to make it look cool. Don't steal their plugin. These dudes are already down. Don't kick them. Don't kick them even worse. And it just soft clips and gives a uniform loudness. When you listen to people's tracks and you're like, why is theirs so loud? Their song is loud, mine's so quiet. And theirs is so clean and mine is so messy. It's because you're not clipping it, dude. Clip the shit. What are you doing? Never heard of a clipper? Just kidding. I'm not trying to make fun. I'm sorry. I'm doing a tutorial before work, which is super rare. I always do these after. I just woke up. I don't know what I'm talking about. All right, what's the next thing? The first trick I'll say is add a convolver, right? If you're like, how do I make this better? You showed this. Sheen, you showed this 5 times now. Let's show a new thing, Sheen. This is the new thing. Convolver. Put a convolver on it. You don't even have to have much mix at all because we have really heavy short compression from an OTT. Check this out. 1%. Whoa, cool. All right, what about another thing? We need a convolver that is a delay. So I'm using the downspeed. I'm a really big fan of that particular convolver. And let's say you want to modulate your mix. Here I've added a audio follower, boosted the gain, raised the attack, so there's a little, like, when the audio goes in, it takes some time for that peak to happen. Just a good way to get nice tails out of it instead of just having like a static, like really static version of it. So yeah, that's a good trick to do. Add a volume audio follower with some attack and a longer release. Let's say you want it to be a little more predictable. In this case, I took a glitchy bullshit super sound, which is one of the glitch effects. Don't steal that one, dude. I'm desperate for cash right now, dude. They're gonna liquidate me. They're gonna liquidate my positions, guys. I need the cash flow. Don't steal glitchy bullshit supers where that's from. I don't even know if it's got enough people that... I don't know if it's uploaded anywhere. I'll find it, though, and I'll take it down if I can. So by using a thing with 3 little hits, you can almost use this like a flavoring thing. Really rid of me. Or really short. So that's a way to do that really short thing. You could use a drum, but if you have a nice short effect like this, not that one, like this, that'll be good. Maybe you could add some delay and some feedback. Not that though. No, this one's too... This one might be good. Oh, it's awful. Okay, I'm getting a little lost in the sauce here. And so just a little bit of like finessing could get that to sound good. We're gonna just move on though, because that's so sharp on the ear. It's like getting stabbed in the ear. Okay, what else can you do? You're saying that's cool. Convolver. That's nice. You just showed that everybody knows Convolver, dude. What about Inner Pitch? You ever heard of Inner Pitch by Granulizer Sounds? Go steal this one. And the reason I'm saying that, this is free. This is the free version, y'all. The only thing you can't do is time divisions, which like that's made up anyways. That's a made up thing. And what this does is it's just a really nice clean pitch shifter. It's relatively new. I actually got this from somebody else's top fucking free plugins of 2024. And so by taking it and just modulating the pitch here, you could change the formant. This is the wetness. I might do a synth speed run on this plugin because it's really cool. Just the other things you can do is like turn the delay on, mix it with the wet, maybe more wetness and a static position. So this is up 7 semitones with that delay on. Where is it? As you can hear, we're kind of getting like future rhythm-y stuff. Really short time, a little less feedback. And you could even perhaps like, put this on 50. You could like leave the pitch stretching the same. Whoa, don't show that, that's next. And change the delay time. So that's my, and there is also a diffusion module that's really cool. Yeah, I'm not really showing too much techniques. That's really just being like, isn't this plugin a cheat code? It is. Go get it. It's free. Granulizer Sounds Inner Pitch Multipass. Now this one we're going to be designing ourselves. This is what it sounds like. I'll put this whole project file on not Gumroad, on Patreon. So if you want to get this and just use this project file to make your own bass one shots or whatever, go get that. Patreon's $5. It's a good way to support the channel. What does this do? How does this work? How do you build one of these yourself? Start with a delay. Oh man, Bubba, he's lost his mind. He must see a spirit. So what do we have here? We have a delay with a little bit of mix, and since we're compressing after that delay, then I can just go in here and change the bend. So what I did here was just set up a frequency shifter, not gain. I thought I clicked frequency shifter. No, I might not have. Okay, this one's just very slightly up, and I would go in here and like select your band and just kind of like tune this. Maybe you like the sound of that. Then go in here and get a different one. Before you do that though, put a bend parameter. Here the bend shifts are so tiny. It's like 4% on that one, negative 0.5, so 0.5% on there, a 0.6, just the tiniest shift, because once you start getting into this, it's just not as useful if they have a ton of manipulation. And this one moves it towards the center first. So like, as you can see at the bottom here, I'm just like with the parameter turned all the way up as negative 0.37 hertz and positive 500. Do that, copy it over 3 times, adjust the things that you've done there, and you'll end up with something like this. where you can change the bend, which is how much the frequency shifter is being applied. And let's say you don't want to change your bend, so you have a bend that you are like, oh, this is working for my track. You can go in and band scan. What does this do? It just moves where the frequencies are being changed. And also, don't put a frequency shifter on the bottom one, or you will get a much less tonally stable sound. Maybe do that if you want that type of sound, if you like that. And then I also have a time adjustment here, which is on the delay time. Maybe a little less delay mix. So the three things that I've automated here are the delay mix, give it a 15%, the time, the length of the feedback. And then let's say you're like, okay, I got a kind of cool sound. What can I do to make this like a way more interesting sound? Space. Add a little bit longer time and some more length. Change the bend a little bit. And all that this is a chorus that I'm turning fully wet, but since the compression's so heavy, it's just making it really weird stereo wise. And then I just have a space unstable knob, and all that does is increase the delay and depth until it sounds weird. So again, that's 3 different ways I think that you can make this thing that I've showed 8 times now. Maybe it hasn't been 8, but I'm just being a little more self-critical than normal. That's how you can do more interesting stuff to some bass sounds. It works on anything. You can use it on one shots or whatever you want to do these processes on. That's just some good ways to get more interesting bass sounds. Thank you for watching. If you want to support this channel, you can go buy sample packs on Gumroad. I'm now going to be doing private lessons. If you want to get a Zoom lesson, it'll be $25 an hour. $25 an hour, and go get on the Patreon. I'm about to release the sample pack for this month. It's a little late, but I added some extra samples for that measure, and thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one.